Welcome. Today, we're jumping right into a really cool tool that's all about making one of the trickiest parts of modern development, serverless deployment, way simpler. We are talking about Claudia.js.
But first things first, we got to clear something up. Right now, if you go and search for Claudia or something like Claude Code, you're going to see a ton of news about Anthropic's new AI coding assistant, Claude. And it's a super hot topic, and for a really good reason.
So yeah, let's break this down real quick. On one side, you've got Claude Code, the AI assistant that helps you write your code. Super fascinating stuff. But on the other side, we have Claudia.js, which is what we're here for today. It's an open source tool that helps you deploy your Node.js code to AWS. So while the AI is awesome, this explainer is all about the practical tool you can get your hands on and use right now, Claudia.js.
All right, so to really get why Claudia.js is such a big deal, we gotta go back in time a bit. We need to understand the problem it was created to solve. Let's take a look at what deploying a serverless app looked like before Claudia.js came along.
And this quote, this says it all, right? It's straight from the creator of Claudia.js himself. I mean, can you imagine that? 120 lines of command line calls just for one simple function running on AWS Lambda. It was messy, it was totally manual, and it was just asking for trouble.
And this is exactly why it was so painful. You weren't just coding your app. You had to manually create security permissions, figure out all the API gateway settings, package up all your dependencies, zip everything just right. Every single one of those steps was just a landmine waiting to go off. Honestly, it was a huge headache. And then Claudia.js comes onto the scene. It's here to turn that complicated, messy before into a much simpler after.
So what is it really? Well, the best way to think about it is like a really smart, lightweight adapter. It's not some huge, clunky framework that makes you change your whole project structure. Not at all. It just kind of sits on top of your Node.js project and takes care of all those nasty AWS deployment details for you. It's the go-between for your app and AWS.
Talk is cheap. The best way to really see how simple this is to actually do it. So let's walk through building a classic Hello World API and getting it live on the internet in just 3 easy steps.
So step 1. This is going to look super familiar to any Node dev out there. You just start a new project, write your simple API, just a basic little endpoint, and then you add the Claudia API Builder. It's a little helper library for defining your API routes, standard stuff.
Okay, step 2 is where the magic starts to happen. First, you install Claudia itself. Then, you run one single command. This command automatically creates the little bit of boilerplate code that AWS Lambda needs to know how to talk to your app.
And now for the grand finale, step 3. This is it. One command, Claudia, create. That's all you type. And when you hit enter, it does all of those tedious things we talked about earlier. The packaging, the zipping, the security roles, the API setup. Claudia just handles it.
And boom, just like that, you're live. Claudia finishes its work and gives you a URL. Your API is now officially running in the cloud. Think about that for a second. We went from a 120-line script to one command. That's a game changer.
But wait, there's more. Claudia isn't just for building simple APIs. Oh no, it's got a whole ecosystem around it that lets you do some really powerful things. I mean, check this out. Using the exact same core tool, you can build something way more complicated, like a chatbot that runs on a bunch of different messaging platforms all at once.
And seriously, just look at this list. It's wild. There's a helper library called Claudia Bot Builder, and with it you can write your chatbot logic one time and then deploy it everywhere, as a Facebook Messenger bot, a Slack command, an Alexa skill, you name it. It's just so versatile.
Okay, so let's bring it all together. What's the big idea here? What's the main takeaway from all this?
This right here, this is the core philosophy. This is the whole reason Claudia.js exists. It's about getting all that complicated, time-wasting deployment stuff out of your way so you can put your brain power where it really matters, solving actual problems and building amazing things.
And I love this way of putting it. Claudia.js isn't trying to replace you as a developer. It's a tool that automates all the grunt work. And what that does is it acts as a multiplier for your skills. It frees you up to be more creative and more productive. It multiplies your impact.
So that leaves us with one final and I think really powerful question. When a tool like this comes along, it makes deployment so easy that it's just not a problem anymore. The question isn't how on earth am I going to deploy this anymore?